What's not been said about Bitcoin? From having the potential to change the world, to being a scam worse than the tulip mania. We all know that crypto has always been narrative-driven. One tweet from Elon Musk can send prices skyrocketing or plummeting depending on the message. Today, we're looking back at the most famous and influential people's quotes on Bitcoin to see where they stand. Is it going to be bull or bear? Let's find out, shall we? Number 10. Jack Ma. Let's start off with Jack Ma's sentiments. Blockchain technology could change our world more than people imagine. Bitcoin, however, could be a bubble. It's not uncommon for influential people to hold opposing views on Bitcoin as a virtual currency and blockchain technology. Here's what Jack Ma, the co-founder and former executive chairman of Alibaba Group, said to reporters at the launch of a blockchain-based remittance service.
Honestly, I'm not that big fan of Bitcoins, but behind the Bitcoin, the technology itself, really very powerful.
Though he holds some reservations about Bitcoin specifically, Ma is bullish about the potential for blockchain technology to revolutionize a number of industries. In fact, Alibaba has been investing heavily in developing its own blockchain platforms. Number 9. Bill Gates. When asked about his thoughts on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates told a Reddit user, "I don't own any. I like investing in things that have valuable output."
I don't own Bitcoin. I'm not short Bitcoin. So I'm not bullish on Bitcoin. And, my general thought would be that, if you have less money than Elon, you should probably watch out.
These words by Gates are interesting. It shows that he believes that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies may not have much intrinsic value as opposed to more tangible assets like stocks or commodities. Number 8. Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, also has strong feelings about Bitcoin. Bloomberg famously quoted him saying, "The cryptocurrency won't end well. It will eventually blow up. It is a fraud, definitely worse than tulip bulbs."
I personally think that Bitcoin is worthless, but I don't want to be exposed to it. I don't care. It makes no difference to me.
According to Jamie Dimon, Bitcoin will happen in more or less the same way as the tulip mania that was quite popular during the Dutch Golden Age, with the price of tulips skyrocketing in 1634 only to plummet dramatically in 1637. Number 7. Warren Buffett. Then there's Warren Buffett, the 8th richest man in the world and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, one of crypto's most bearish players, who told CNBC that, in terms of cryptocurrencies, generally, I can say with almost certainty that they will come to a bad ending. But it doesn't end there. He's described Bitcoin as rat poison and no currency at all. He claims that he doesn't own any cryptocurrency and never will. When asked why he does not invest in cryptocurrency, Warren says,
I get into enough trouble with things I think I know something about. Why in the world should I take a long or short position in something I don't know anything about?
It makes sense, given how many people have fallen victim to crypto scams due to a lack of understanding of what crypto is all about. Warren goes on to explain his thoughts on the utility of cryptocurrency. He asserts that
cryptocurrencies basically have no value, and they don't produce anything. It doesn't reproduce, it doesn't deliver, it can't mail you a check, it can't do anything. And what you hope is that somebody else comes along and pays you more money for it later on. But then that person's got the problem. But in terms of value, zero.
Warren is right in that cryptocurrencies don't have any inherent value. Their value comes from what people are willing to pay for them, something which is also true for normal currencies, not just crypto. But not all cryptocurrency comments are negative. Some influential people have been known to be strongly optimistic about Bitcoin. Number 6. Mike Novogratz. For example, Mike Novogratz, the CEO of Galaxy Investment Partners, which focuses on cryptocurrency investments, has had a lot to say about Bitcoin, including that
Bitcoin will lead the markets back out of this Fed tightening. The moment the Fed flinches, the moment Powell pauses because the economy is really starting to roll over, you're going to see Bitcoin explode north.
This was after Bitcoin's price dropped in June 2022, along with the broader market crash as a result of investors responding to high inflation rates. However, Mike remained optimistic that Bitcoin would pull through. Number 5. Jack Dorsey. The former Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey, also had some noteworthy remarks about Bitcoin. In particular, are quotes suggesting he may be transitioning to working on Bitcoin in some way?
Bitcoin changes absolutely everything. I don't think there's anything more important in my lifetime to work on. Like if I were not at Square or Twitter, I'd be working on Bitcoin. If it needed more help than Square and Twitter, I would leave them for Bitcoin.
Well, we suppose this gives a pretty good idea of where Jack Dorsey will be going next. Number 4. Hal Finney. Hal Finney, a PGP corporation developer, is a well-known figure in the Bitcoin community. While he died in 2014, long before Bitcoin's meteoric rise, one of his most famous quotes provided a fresh perspective so early on in the game. He said, "Since we're all rich with Bitcoins, we ought to put some of this unearned wealth to good use." While subtle, this quote suggests a culture of giving back and helping others through Bitcoin. He definitely saw the great potential that Bitcoin holds. Number 3. Michael Saylor. Then there's the Bitcoin evangelist, Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, yet another strong advocate of Bitcoin. He's known to rival Elon Musk for top Bitcoin bullish quotes, with some of his best ones being, "Bitcoin is the solution. Everything else is noise. Bitcoin is digital gold, growing harder, smarter, faster, and stronger. And my formula for success is rise early, work late, and buy Bitcoin." While he's a respected investor who has received several accolades in his field, his quotes are widely used as memes, with some people choosing to no longer take him seriously. Michael Saylor's company, MicroStrategy, holds the biggest chunk of Bitcoin with a whopping 129,698 Bitcoins valued at $3 billion US. Talk about putting your money where your mouth is. Number 2. Elon Musk. Next up is Elon Musk, who I'm sure you've heard a quote or two about cryptocurrencies from. He is Tesla's CEO and is regarded as one of the most influential crypto bulls in the world. Here's one of his quotes from an invitation-only social media app, Clubhouse.
And I think Bitcoin is really on the verge of getting broad acceptance by conventional finance people.
The quote is no less valid. Today, more businesses and governments accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment, including an estimated quarter of small businesses in 9 countries around the world. Today, Tesla is second among the top companies that hold the most Bitcoins in the world. It holds around 10,800 Bitcoins, currently valued at $268 million US. You can also watch our video of the top 10 companies with the biggest Bitcoin portfolios at the link here. Number 1. Satoshi Nakamoto. And lastly, we have the father of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto is the pseudonym for the person or people who created and launched Bitcoin in 2009. During a Bitcoin forum discussion about scalability and transaction rates in 2010, Satoshi claimed that Bitcoin has payment processors that can verify payments in 10 seconds or less at a much lower fraud rate than credit cards. Satoshi Nakamoto then followed up with this famous quote, "If you don't believe it or don't get it, I don't have the time to try to convince you. Sorry." True, Satoshi's quote may appear dismissive, if not downright rude. However, in 2010, Bitcoin was a completely new concept that most people were unfamiliar with. Today, many forums have sprung up to simplify the understanding of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Nonetheless, it's safe to say that Bitcoin is the type of technology that needs time and effort to learn on your own. There are certainly many more voices speaking out about Bitcoin. On the one hand, some influential people are very bullish about Bitcoin's future. On the other hand, Bitcoin remains a mystery, particularly in terms of how it works and the value it brings to the table. Do you think Bitcoin will replace traditional finance, or do you think it will fail? We'd love to know what your thoughts are. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for future alpha. See ya!